up, you guys? It's Mary.
And
Be watch, give us a like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, you guys, because oh my God, we have another breakup from Love Is Blind. I know somebody kindly asked for us not to do any more breakup videos, but this is what we do here.
They're trying to keep hope alive.
I know, but girl,
yeah,
Deepti and Kyle have broken up.
Yeah.
I thought that them being together was really left field. It was so left field. But I felt like she was so broken by that colorist Indian that I think she was so heartbroken by his colorist self.
Yes.
That, you know, she really hoped, she really put herself out there, and she was really thinking that he would have changed. But he came
he couldn't see
a good woman. He was just so conflicted and discombobulated by the color of her skin and the fact that she was not a white woman.
Yeah.
That's what it was, because he said he had dated nothing but white women or whatever. I don't know what it is, but I guess he just does not like women in his own culture or whatever. I think, you know what it was? What? He said that when he first came to America, all he saw was snow and white women. And ever since then, he's been in love with both.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very odd. That's what he said. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I know she said she had only dated white people as well.
Yeah.
But she actually, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
To me,
but
that he was changing. That he was having like an awakening.
He was having an awakening. And I felt like he would have come around eventually in the marriage.
I think that he would have married her if she had said yes.
Well, he would. I felt like he was going to marry her. He felt heartbroken.
He would have just stayed the course. That's why I feel.
I think he would have gone back to his Indian roots. He would have stayed the course, and it might have been really hard in the beginning for her, but he would have grown to love her for real. Yeah. That's what I really believed. Yeah. But the thing is, Deepti was not trying to be one of those women that just sits there and takes it. Because you said a lot of really hurtful things. Yeah. You're saying that I'm your aunt. You're saying that you're not sexually attracted to me. You didn't even want to have sex with me. Yeah. And all this stuff. So he had said a lot of hurtful things. And they had not even been married. And then you're saying this to all the friends. Yeah. And on top of that, you're saying that in confessionals, where I'm watching it later, you didn't even respect me enough. And then it's so confusing, because when we first met, you were groping me, like you were grabbing my cheeks and saying, oh, I'm going to get you pregnant, da-da-da. And I was so shocked. It was not even a 360, but it was a 690 or something. Like, it turned around so quickly. Yeah. So now he's at the honeymoon. She's there trying to be all on him. He's like, And now you're talking bad about her in the corner to your little buddies. I think she was really hurt, but she also has self-respect for herself not to be one of those women where I'm just going to stick it out. Even though that it will change him, I'll be left broken though. Which I commended her for it, but at first I was upset. At first I was like, Deepti, why? This could have been something so beautiful. He would have been returned back to his roots. But, you know, I feel like that's also sometimes the woman in me who's like, you know, sometimes we acquiesce for men. But I don't feel like it would have been good for her to stay. Because it would have really hurt her. She was already feeling hurt and broken with that whole thing. I mean, what do you think?
Sometimes I feel as though in those moments, sometimes, you know, you listen too much to other people. Like, I feel like look at the person in front of you. Like, yes, he said so to those people, but he, in the confessionals, he was also saying, like he's going to make a commitment to her. You know, this is a woman who's going to hold me down. Like, if I'm having a bad year or whatever with my business, like, she's going to be there for me.
Yeah, and he said he was looking for that.
And he was saying, he was like, you know, sometimes that love and romance is not everything. And maybe it's not the most important thing. So it was like he was growing. And what I appreciated about him was that, like, we could see his growth. And I feel like when she said no, it was very subtle, but you could see the hurt in his face. Yeah. And a little bit of a surprise. And then, he tried to, as she was walking away, let's party. But I think that was because of his hurt.
Well, also
he
wanted
her
ego.
to see. He wants to
that I'm going to be fine.
I'm going to be fine.
You left me, but I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating.
That's how I feel. Like, I think there was...
But I felt like he should have ran after her. Like, I feel like he should put his pride to the side, and he should have ran after her and been like, Deepti, I know I've done some effed up things. Like, just really not beg her, but implore her to maybe date.
I don't know when he told these people that, like, but I feel like he probably said that prior to he was coming to this awakening, like to what he was thinking later, and that's just how I feel.
Yeah, and but do you think she should have stayed?
I think so. I really do. I think sometimes in those moments later on, she's going to sit down and think to herself one day and be like, maybe I should have waited it out. Sometimes we get all caught up into other people, other women chanting to us to break up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that man, girl. Girl, you go ahead. Yeah. I mean, how dare him? Oh my God, he said that. Oh my goodness, I will not have put up with it. That's horrific. But you haven't gone to look at that person's backyard and what they put up with.
And what poops back there residing and killing the grass.
So someone else's whatever is
not always greener.
Yeah. So sometimes I think as human beings we just have to be patient. Sometimes we have to wait stuff out, especially in a relationship, sometimes in a new relationship, because like we are all coming to each other maybe sometimes broken or limping, like, or with some prosthetic, we're trying to learn how to walk with it or something, and sometimes you have to be patient, and I felt like she could have been patient. And I even felt, I know her mom was like, we're going to be there for you.
But I'm sure her mom was thinking you should have waited it out.
But I mean, as a mom, I would have said, sometimes you want to just be there for your daughter. But, babe, let's see, But we'll never know. She broke up with him, went to that devil Kyle. Because
yes,
I'm telling you,
he looked like a
that demon. Guy. There's something about his eyeballs.
There's something very off.
Like
it's kind of scary.
There's something like I don't know him at all. I really don't know.
I think it's a spiritual thing for us.
For me, I look at him, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't trust him.
I thought it was very odd that he came out.
I did not even, like him for. Remember, I think when I saw him, and even
when you saw Shannon and them, you thought
they were like
a porn star couple.
Yeah. Like, just here, just to pretend.
Yeah.
Right? And then they broke up, and then we saw. Now we find out that he is. On some IG, he's like a fans only.
He's on OnlyFans, which is where
stuff,
people post adult content. Which it can be porn, or it can just be you talking to your fans about something really important to you. But most of the time, it is just porn on there. Yeah, not that I know, I don't own one, but
I'm not surprised. I will not be surprised if it was not adult porn content that Kyle has. If you all have been on his OnlyFans.
Please let us know.
Let us know what he doing up there.
But
please don't send us a link.
We don't want to know.
Let us know verbally.
Yes, or at the comment section down below. But also my thing, I thought it was very odd. They were talking to Kyle about Shannon or whatever, going back and forth during the reunion, and then he said, my thing is, I feel like I should never even went to Shannon. I mean, I really was in love with Deepti. Huh?
I know.
Like, where did that come from?
I have no idea.
Where the hell did that come from? I think because he was embarrassed that Shannon left his dusty ass, and he literally went to the next most vulnerable person who just went through something horrific with this guy. Was it Shy or Sly? What was his name?
I remember that fool.
The Deepti's guy, the Indian guy or whatever. I think he decided, let me go prey on her, just like a demon. And I just felt like it was just, I just thought it was odd. And then she went and she fell for that shit and decided to start dating him. Really? I was so confused that she went with Kyle. I was like, Kyle? Of all people?
Yeah, gross.
I wanted to vomit in my mouth because I was just shocked. I was just shocked. So I'm not surprised that they broke up.
Not
because
at all.
I don't feel like it was going to last.
At all.
Like, I feel like she wants certain things in life, and he might. Oh, wow, that bird is so beautiful. And he might be wanting certain things as life as well that really doesn't match up. And then also, I don't see her Indian parents checking for that fool. I'm sure they'll have one spiritual feelings that, oh, he's not it.
He's not
because
her.
Even when I looked at him, he looked like, this was even before I even knew what his religious background or was. Yeah. I just felt like there was something very off, and his eyes were really black. Not that black means evil, because I don't believe that. But I just feel like it was a real. There's a darkness. There's a darkness there.
I feel like it was just
like if you look at him in his eyes long enough, it will make you very uncomfortable. Yeah. Like I felt very uncomfortable when I was looking at him for like maybe 2 seconds. Yeah. So I don't know. I think she was really hurt. She was very broken by what that guy did. She really gave him a chance, but I'm also sure she was a little bit conflicted about her choice to leave. Now I felt like she,
because if you look at all of Love Is Blind, you see this change in this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
You to see the
he was very superficial.
And okay, yes, but he had come to a point in thinking, well, maybe you cannot have it all.
And
love, like my parents have always told me, that love can grow. Maybe it will grow. But what we have, some people don't have that. Some people have the romance and the sex, but they don't have this other stuff that's so important that Deepti and I have. When she goes and she looks at the whole thing, she's going to regret, but then you've already hollered, like Kyle hollered at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway.
I just thought it was a mess. I don't know it would be nice if he comes back around to Deepti and really tries.
No, he's dating somebody.
Who?
I think he has been dating some.
He's dating somebody.
Yeah, some Caucasian blonde girl. Yeah, he's dating somebody.
He went back to his roots, huh? Yeah. Anyway, but not that there's anything wrong with it or whatever, stuff like that. But I just feel like he should have. I feel like the whole relationship. Yeah. I feel it was a little bit of a waste of time. And I just, not like a waste of time in the sense that they should have never did it, but I just feel like it was a waste of time in the way that it ended. Yeah. I felt like he should have been better. And even if you were, my issues with him is that I feel like he was just being really mean. Saying a lot of stuff. Like, even if you were conflicted, these people in this Love Is Blind don't know what you're going through, for real. They don't know your culture. They don't know your background. They don't know how marriages are. Exactly. You should have taken your ass to your Indian parents off camera to talk to them. Yeah. But don't go whispering at the barbecue while she's 5 feet away. She reminds me of my aunt. I'm not sexually attracted to her. Yeah. They are American. And they are people who are in this experiment. They're not going to see it as your parents would see it. Yeah. And they won't be able to rationalize it. Like, I feel like, but beyond everything else, their relationship is really a cultural thing. Yeah. Because they're both from an Indian culture. Yeah. They will be having an Indian marriage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So I feel like he should have gone to them for advice. Absolutely. Because I'm sure there are plenty of Indians who have gotten married to somebody they're not really attracted to somebody that they don't really like. I'm sure they've had arranged marriages. Mm-hmm. I'm sure, but they have successful marriages. Yeah. So he should have gone to them. And I'm telling you, not going to your friends. Yeah. Love can grow, absolutely. So I felt like him doing that, it did damage to her. Yeah. And yes, I do feel like maybe she was listening to people, but also maybe Deepti was like she said she wants to be in love. She wants to be with somebody who loves her, who wants to be with her. And I'm sure that rejection, it hurt because he came out thinking, grabbing you, saying he wants to get you pregnant, and then he does a 360. It's almost like whiplash. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now he has you in this roller coaster, constantly confused. Yeah. And then you get tired of it, which, I do agree a little bit with you where I feel like she did give up early. And I felt like that too in the beginning. Yeah. But then when I was looking at all the things he said, me being who I am, I was like, oh, how dare he? But you never know. They could have had a beautiful marriage. Yeah. My thing is, I just don't want any man putting down a woman, and she's staying there, basically putting herself down to the point where when it's 20, 30 years later in the marriage, and she doesn't know who she is, and she doesn't have a strong sense of self-worth. I feel like that's always like a big fear for me, especially with any woman, So that's just how I felt with the whole thing. But let us know, what do you guys think? Do you think that she should have hung in there with Sly, or do you think that she should just focus on herself? I really want to know what y'all think. But you have anything to say? Yeah, y'all, but it's Mary
and Alma.
Remember to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below.